सबसे धनी बनाया है, रत्नों की थालियां भर भर के आंचल भर दिए हमारे हो। बाबा तुम कितने अच्छे हो। ख्यालों में ना ख्वाबों में था, यूं हमको मिल जाओगे तुम बनके हजारों याद हमारे मन में यूं मुस्काओगे। महफिल ये मयसर दिन होंगे, हर खुशियाँ हम पर वारे हो। बाबा तुम कितने अच्छे हो।
Good morning. Welcome to all. So today's session is about the maturity in our stage with Sr Gita. And Sr Gita is born in East Africa and started her journey first 46 years ago in India. In 1980, she received the sustenance from Dadi Janki in London, and whose guidance shaped her foundation of spiritual path. In 1985, Dadi Janki sent her America to do seva. From 1999, she is giving service in Los Angeles. Past 46 years, she has been engaged in Baba's service with a dedication, love, and deep commitment. This season, Sr Gita is playing a very special role, head of care and well-being team in Madhuban. There are so many things about her spiritual journey and about her wisdom, which we are going to explore in this session. And her speciality is easygoing, calm nature, and a silent aura, and humility. And she is going to be interviewed by Brother Murli Bhai, and Murli Bhai is being in knowledge last 29 years, am I right? Yeah, 29 years, and looking after the center in Malaysia. So he's a coordinator there, and he is easygoing and very entertaining and light, that I observe about him. Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoy the session.
Aren't you? We all are easygoing. Yeah? Because what we learning and what we studying, easy Raj Yogi life, yeah? Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So good morning everyone, those who are here and also those who are in Zoom. So welcome to today's session, interview session with Gita Didi from Los Angeles, USA. So today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, maturity in our stage. As you can see, there are two words here. One is maturity and one is stage. Both of this you can see in front of you, right? From Gita Didi's outlook, you can see her maturity and also you can see her stage, right? So today we're going to explore. We're going to know all the secrets of these two words and how to become embodied of that, right? So I'm going to take you all through a journey, because maturity doesn't come just like that, okay? It is based on our experience. But spiritual maturity comes from our experience with Baba's Gyan. Okay? So it's not necessary that you are so many years in Gyan, you are matured. No? So what is the secret of that maturity? What is the secret ingredient in that maturity that makes us spiritually mature compared to many souls we have seen, no, in this world? So Didi, we can start with your journey because maturity starts from young, right? So we know that Didi was born in East Africa. Yeah. Then she went to India for her studies. No? Then after that she went to London. Then from London she went to US. So we're going to ask her, when she was young, when she first came to Gyan, where was it? Was it in East Africa or was it in India? Maybe you can share.
I came to India when there was a very situations in East Africa, especially in Uganda, was becoming worse and worse and worse. And because being in an Indian body, always parents think about the security. So when they heard about I born in Tanzania and this thing was happening in Uganda, and very bad thing was happening, especially for the girls there. So in advance, my father thought where we can send our daughters for study. And so they choose 3 things: America, London, or India. Then he himself thought, because being a girl, he says India is the best for them. One thing about the culture, and second thing about the called Sanskriti, means the manners and culture and situations, how the girls should be trained about that. So he chose India, and he didn't want it that we can stay with any our relatives, because my father was in Africa and they had to stay there. And so he thought best the boarding house we can keep the daughters. So he found everywhere in India, he went many different places. Then he chose the Baroda in the Gujarat. And that was my learning process started in the boarding house.
So you grew up in a boarding school?
Yes, 7 years I grew in the boarding house. And in the boarding house there was all different types of, they are like Gujaratis, but in a Gujarat also there are many, each like the city have their own dialogues, own system, food, custom, it changes very easily. And to live with amongst them, it was kind of learning lessons. I will not say it's challenging, because where we came, especially in Africa, we like a Buddha. Buddha means very innocent. And the culture there was very like a family feeling. And even the neighbors, parents have a right over on us. If we do some naughty thing, they will give the slap. Parents will not say anything because they'd say it's a good for them. So we all like the neighbors, and every family was living like a family. But came to India and live in the boarding house. We don't know what's the cunning or lying or shouting or anything. Very parents was manners about. And when someone was doing, kind of shocking, every time kind of shocking. So more remain introverted and observing and watching where we came. But then another side of my spirituality, father was very spiritual and more meditator, not in Baba's knowledge, but he was following in a different path. But that discipline helps me Because when you observe, Baba always says, you observe, detach and observe. So in that age, I was more observing my parents, what they doing. I thought that's what we have to do it. And that's like, and certain things, what is I don't like it, I don't like pick up that type of sanskaras. But what I like that discipline about, not to react, not to like talk back. And so then in that silence power, learning how we can really give the response, or how I can interact with the people without hurting myself and without hurting that. That's what I learned in my that childhood.
So Didi, in that 7 years that you really got to know about different characters which you have not been exposed in Africa. But then when did you come to Gyan? Was it in that time?
Yeah, no. After that, when my parents came back, when I was in the actually college, last year college, and it's just the belief system that if you pray God, you will have a good rank, you will pass. So one of my friend, she says there was a very good place here, they talk about the God. So in front of my college, there was Baba's center. And so she says that we can go and we can meditate and we can have a good rank, So in that form, I just went there. And when I went, it was like on the top floor. When I went there, and as soon as you enter, there was a Brahma Baba's picture with standing picture. And my eyes, and I looked at his eyes, is just like a one-side love. Instant you fell in love. And I just felt that I know this Baba somewhere. But then the sister says, no, he left in 69. But internally, I know I met this Baba somewhere. And that was a bond started from that side.
It's a very interesting journey that you have gone through. So then, that process, when you were first coming into Gyan and when you are finishing your degree, after that your studies, now what was the changes that you felt before you came to Gyan and immediately after you came to Gyan?
Before, there was many hobbies I had. And whatever I had, I always wanted to see uniqueness in myself. Not to, in a body conscious way, to show something, but very unique, that I wanted to look like a unique. So I'm very fashionable that time. I was even doing the design of my dress or my everything myself. And because in India it's very easy. If you want to have a dress, you go to the tailor. If you want some shoes, you go to the shoemaker. So whatever you want, you can really made by that. And I always underline them, don't make similar type to anybody. But during that time, I never understand that why I'm saying that I want to look unique. Because one thing, the culture-wise, that being a girl, we have lots of restriction, lots of I can say discipline. And in that discipline, there was the inner child wanted some freedom. And when I was in a boarding house, because boarding house was also very disciplined. And that's why Baba's knowledge is very easy for me, because in advance, Baba trained me in that way. And in the boarding house, you cannot even look from the window outside. So there was many kind of borderline that you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do that. And the word don't do, it was back of the mind was very bothering. But still, you are a little naughty that time, you look from the window. And every time when I look at the window, I see the bird. And the eagle bird. And always flying in such a steady and smooth way. So I was thinking, I wish God I can be a bird. And bird symbolize for me freedom. You are just flying, nobody can bother you, nobody can touch you, and you are just in your intoxication way. And second side, because of the culture, and as soon as you finish your degree, they always started to find the boy for you to marry. Because we always have an arranged marriage. And during that time, it was my turn. So another side, I saw the spider web. That once you are into that web, and if you are come in the middle, you're stuck, you cannot come out. But if you find out the end part where it started, you started to swallow back. So I says, Baba, when I came in knowledge, then I says, Baba, it's up to you. Because parents was very traditional, and none of the girl can remain unmarried in that clan. But internally, when I found Baba and I started to have that heart-to-heart conversation with Baba, then I make the contract with Baba. I says, Baba, if you want me to in your world, then do some magic. If you want that I'm good in the world, do something that now it's up to you. So in that way, I felt Baba is always in my favor. And it was 3 years very challenging. Because before I came knowledge, my father left body. So then all the family from America, London, they all came. And they thought it's our turn to fix her. And before that, my father had asked me, what type of boy you want? I says, businessman. And I says, why? He asked every little detail. I says, then I can go around the world and I can see the world before understanding anything. But then I came in the knowledge, and I knew that how Baba sent the different places for the service. And then I knew that Baba is a businessman. So I say, right way, I had to really choose the partner, which whatever I do, he's always with me. So that time, the understanding started to come.
So you made a contract with Baba, and that contract started in India, right?
I remember the date, 9 February 1979 at 6 p.m.
That's when she made the contract.
With Baba.
Then once you have done this contract, then what actually happened that made you to move to London?
Actually, there was a plan that when we finish my study, then family was moving from, we especially came to India for study. And again, because of the culture and the system and custom and about the manners, that's why father sent to India. And then we came to London.
So you went to London, completed your studies, and then to settle in London. Yes. Yeah. Okay, Didi, now let's go straight to the point. Now when we talk about this maturity, you have this vast experience in your childhood before coming to Gyan and just coming to Gyan, right? Now that made you a very mature person in the sense early Gyan age. Now, and then in London, then a lot of things happen, right? Dadi Janki is there. Then you grew up in Gyan, right? So can you tell us that what actually happened there in London that made you so, how Dadi made you so matured and brought you to a level where you can be someone that Baba can send you anywhere?
Actually, one thing, Dadi Janki was very disciplined teacher. And during that time, because what I really observed, Dadi, one side very motherly, and other side very like a strict, disciplined teacher. And she underlined that she was telling her story, how Baba make her stronger. And in one of the story, she just came to Madhuban and she refreshed herself and she went to meet Baba. And Baba says, okay child, now you go another place for service. And she little bit make her reaction on the face and says, Baba, just I came. And Baba didn't like that. So I think until 2 days, Baba didn't look at her. So she knew that Baba, what the opportunity she received, she refused because she thought, I just came. And that was the lessons what I learned from Dadi. Whenever Dadi says something, whether you know or you don't know, you just have to say, Hanji, yes please. In many things internally, sometimes it's like kind of, crying that I have to say yes. But then afterwards the result, I noticed that how much it was important that Dadi knew who you are, but you don't know yourself because you are in your, still like in the past what you are. And that was a little bit conflict in the beginning. So whenever Dadi says, okay, do this thing, and we do it, but then certain times with the more like feelings, good feeling, and certain times we say, Dadi don't understand. And when it's like says, Dadi don't understand, but naturally your face little bit like pale, and Dadi look at you, and then many times a comment, I think so a couple of years this comment remained, you are very sensitive. And then I was started to think about why it says sensitive. Then I was checking myself internally, and I says, I do everything, but then also why she says sensitive. Sometimes what happens that you receive 10 tasks and you finish 9 very professionally, very perfectly. But then vision goes on the 10th one, and then they say, you haven't finished this thing. So instantly you feel bad about. Why they don't see I finished the 10th thing? Why this one thing? So then I say there should not be why. Because creating this question why. But then I understood that under the question mark why there's a little dot. You have to say still Hanji, you also still have to say Om Shanti. So I learned from that when I became like overcome about this sensitive nature, then my door opened and so many opportunity came to go and do Baba's service about. But that realization came that why I'm upset or why I'm sensitive or why I feel my energy become why low while I have this opportunity. And that internally I overcome with Baba's help, Baba's Murli, with so much observations, what Dadis when come to Madhuban, see the seniors and picked up everyone's goodness, and then I can really overcome about that.
Oh, that's very interesting. So Didi, see, when maturity comes into picture, especially in Brahman life, it's about understanding Baba's Gyan and also applying it when you are facing a lot of other souls, their character, their nature, and then also in service especially, plus also facing our own weaknesses, right?
Yes.
Now, there are many souls, and they are very old in Gyan, no? But certain times we say, oh, they are not so matured. But some, they are very less in years in Gyan, but they are very matured. What is the difference? What makes them that spiritually matured?
Actually, Baba gave the knowledge about that each one have their own part to play. Yeah? And each one's level of understanding, capacity is different. And Baba is giving same Murli to all of us. Dadi was also listening with time. Brahma Baba also was listening, and we also listening. The difference what I found that sometimes we are still stuck in our past journey, and then that is not we are really looking forward or looking or understanding that right now what Baba is saying to me personally. And when I'm really allowed that to understand about that personally, then there is even some are not following, no matter how much in knowledge, and they are not following that discipline. Now you will not have the question mark why they are that. Because I know their level, their capacity of their understanding is that much. you cannot really can force anything about them. So that's what I understood about. Everything is equally Baba is sharing, giving everything, but it's up to the independent individual how much I'm taking and how much I'm putting in my personal life practice.
Didi, is it that it's something got to do with being positive in your Brahman way of approaching life?
One thing, if you do positive, that's really the best because you will not struggle. Another thing is that what I saw, that Baba gave us the aim and object, yeah? Perfect being, what you have to be. So every day if I can check how I can reach my own, because I played my part before. But then in between we was unconscious, we don't know. And now I started to realize I had to be that. So when I'm focusing my that perfect form, naturally you will adopt that feelings comes within you. You started to really walk on that journey. And slowly, slowly, you can see the transformation within yourself. And when you see, because that transformation is very kind of a comforting, and you're feeling, I just feel it's your like self-respect comes, and then afterwards, more and more when the journey move on, you will be more like detached. Detach about the sanskaras, detach about the anyone's, they might be unnecessary giving you or maybe annoyed with you or maybe sometimes they are angry on you, it doesn't bother you. And that's what I experienced because I was that type of the soul that in the Lokik side, if someone's even raised their voice, 1 week I'll remain complete silent, and that silent for them is punishment. Same sanskaras I brought in Baba's knowledge when I went first time on a service station, especially in San Francisco, when the sister, little bit loud little voice, I annoyed 1 week, not look at, if she comes in one door, I go in another door. Until 1 week is the biggest punishment that she was experiencing, and one day she says, I'm very sorry to say to you. Then I realized, why she have to sorry? It's my sanskaras. Then it realization came, I had to change.
So Didi, you were mentioning that as a person becomes matured in Gyan, that person will become very, very not affected by situations. And then also the person can face a lot of things in a very positive way. Now, how actually we can develop these things?
If you first thing what I noticed, the first lessons about, who am I? And Baba give the introductions about the self. How much actually we understood our own self? Do I know my specialities? Do I know my virtues? Do I know my divine powers? If you really know that, you understand that part, then whatever the opposite person, sometimes everybody have right to share whatever their feeling is. But sometimes there is not truth what they are saying. You will not affect it because you know yourself. And if you know yourself, you don't react. You respond with great sweetness, with politeness, with that maturity, and not too much explanation, but very short explanation. And sometimes you have to remain quiet, because you know if you can tell the person they are not in the mood, or they will not accept your answer, they will be more react. And when they will more react, sometimes you don't know which button you push in your side, and you also become like that. And that's why that part you have to understand yourself, understand others, what the intention behind them is, then you will not react. And that was the key, what I experienced in my journey.
Okay, Didi, you were mentioning about maturity when you are facing others, no? Now, what about everybody have their own weaknesses? And now is the period of great settlement where all the weaknesses will come out to say bye-bye before they go out. So self-respect is very important, and how is it connected to maturity, and how actually a person can be said to be spiritual mature if they have managed to overcome these challenges?
I have one experience. There was one Baba's child came for helping in Baba's center, and she came into that like form that whatever I say, she always do opposite. And my intention was very good, very thing, and she always took in a very wrong way. Because she brought that sanskaras with her, that experience with her. And then I observe her, I says how I can help her. So around like 6 years, I had played my part with that soul. And the time came, I noticed the soul from the childhood, the seed was planted in a more like rejection form. And everybody must be loved on another like her family members. And so there was internally kind of rebellion type sanskaras emerge. And then always she wants to prove that I am right. And I am observed that in Baba's knowledge, you don't have to prove. It's naturally can really visible about. But then afterwards the seniors told me that send it back. And I just feel she gave her life to God. With so much courage she came to Baba. And why she came to in this center and why she had to play part with me, there must be bigger reason. And I told I cannot send it back because she gave her life to God. So let me try and do my best how she really can do it. And she don't like any karma yoga. She always like to give knowledge, to create something. So I says, let me just, first time I tried to sat with her, try to talk to her in very loving manners. But she was always kind of very angry and very rejected mood. And one time she says, get out from here. I took very not very kind of insulting form. When I just went, I said, okay, she needs her space. And then I was thinking how I can help this soul. With the words, it was not help. Then I thought, let me send her vibrations so that vibration help us. But then that was also didn't work because she was in another like frequency and I was sending in another frequency. That was not matching. And then I says, Baba, please show me the third and the last method that how I can help this soul. And then Baba said, like the feeling came out that practical form. So whatever the soul not liking, so what I do, for example, let's say we eat the lunch and the dishes is on the sink and that soul don't like to. So when the soul is there, then I started to really can washing and doing thing. Few days she'll just look at and no any kind of response. Second day, third day, fourth day, she says, okay, I will do it, you can go from here. Because you know the culture wise like senior and the junior says no, we help to senior. But in her life, there was no junior or senior. Everything was equal. But then afterwards, when I was more practical and I allow her on her pace, and I noticed there was changing in her. So one thing that you cannot like trademark or just says, oh, she cannot change. But it's up to me how I can really mold my nature and how much I can be really positive and very subtle way help their soul, then there is a changing. And now she is a very beautiful like a place that she's doing Baba's service and then many great realization. And she came and she says, I'm very sorry. I know I did in the past many things, but now I realized how to run the center. It's not auntie's home. It's very challenging. So I says, I'm glad that at least you know, and now you are really train others also. So with the practical, our own, like because Baba made you instrument, yeah, we all are instrument. How I can do, other can also do that. And that was my experience about. And still I'm living with the two beautiful young like sisters, and not just like kind of I'm something and there, we all are equal. I learned from that sister that he says that why every time we have to listen the seniors, why senior don't listen to us. So that was lessons for me, that in a friendship way, how you can really cooperate with whoever you are with, and listen, ask their opinion, also follow that opinion. Then Baba's center's running very nicely. So we learn from each other.
So Didi, that you explained to us how you helped a soul to realize and transform. But if we ourselves realize that we have certain weaknesses, and that really is a blockage for us to be matured spiritually, how do we deal about?
You know, one thing that Baba gave the method every day. First thing, when you wake up, say good morning. Let Baba's good wishes and pure feeling the soul can experience first. Because there are so many birth, our rust is on the soul. And that was the first thing always I think I myself bathe in that good wishes and pure feeling myself. And then I'm like kind of fresh. And then have a heart-to-heart conversation and then sending the vibration to the people. So every day, when you have a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself, and then heart-to-heart conversation with Baba, you can see there are so much realizations, very subtle way. Sometimes you not realize, it automatically changes happen and people say, wow, you changed, but I'm same person. But that, our conversation, I notice many things changes happen. In our mind, we constant thinking about people, we talking about people, we correcting, we like kind of boss, we are more, you have to do this thing, why you say it, why not, why that, so many why. But instead of that thing, how I can, what is that which I'm not happy about, why I'm not happy, asking 5 questions, why, what, when, how, where, always find out the seed and the root of that, and you will realize, okay, I have to transform this with the God's love. And in love, there is no effort, and very easily transformation things. Instead of looking others, what Baba gave us, the godly gift, the third eye, just with that third eye, you can always, step by step, go within yourself, understand that, experience that, accept that, and then you can transform that.
Okay. So Didi, your maturity, spiritual maturity really grew when you went to the US, right? When
I came on the field.
Yeah. In London, you were taken care, but now in US, you have to take care, right? What actually happened? What is your experience that you have gone through that made you feel that really gave that background to improve yourself, to become spiritually matured? And how this spiritual maturity really helped you to navigate in Brahmin life?
I came, Dadi Janki sent me America because Dadi Gulzar was on a tour. And when I came to San Francisco, and every day like 2 or 3 people, and whole day nothing happening. And so I was internally really like battling, because in London every day 200, 300 Baba's children in the class. And here, and I'm people person, I like crowd. And here I'm myself, so I feel like God gave me punishment. So when I went to Dadi Gulzar, after 1 year when I went to Madhuban, and first thing I went to her room, I said, Dadi, tell me, what the bad karma I did that Baba sent at the end of the world, I cannot communicate with anyone. And Dadi very sweetly, she looked at me and she says, 2 reasons Baba sent you. One thing, you had experienced true love in this birth. And second thing, about the purity. In which land you are, there is no purity, there is no love. So when I came back, my vision changed, my attitude changed, and my feeling changed that I'm here not to take, I'm here to give. I'm not here to that people can really say wow wow, or people can love me. I'm here on Baba's service. So whatever Baba gave me, whatever I experienced, I have to share with them. And then I started to understand each and every one. And second thing about, because where we were staying in the San Francisco Center, we had a Pandav Bhavan also on the top, and 5 different culture brothers were staying. One was Philippine, one was American, one was African, one was German, and one was Indian. 5, like all cultural, different background. And something like happens, like in the beginning culture-wise, parents says you don't have to say why. If you say why means you don't have manners. So here when the students started came, and then every time it says why. And I thought they don't have manners. 1, 2, 3, 4. I says, everybody says why. That doesn't mean there is no manners. Then I started to understand their background, where they're coming from. And if we know where they're coming from, then instead of why, your focus is on that little dot, Om Shanti. You are a peaceful soul, so they are peaceful soul. Because traditionally, culture-wise, each one's background is different. So we all brought something different baggages in our this spiritual journey to understand, to know, and that's why always play your part with detached observer. And you understand what is their intention, why they are behaving this way. So then there is no judgment, because everyone trying their best to break their barrier, and they come back to Baba as a oneness. And that's why really I love every culture so dearly, and every culture is like a beautiful flowers in the bouquet, the different varieties things, and you learn every culture something and bring in the one bouquet. It's like divine, our virtues or divine qualities, and then you picked up at that. And that's what I really experienced, that transformation. I realized I'm not here to take, I'm here to give.
Okay, Didi. Now let's go into the deeper aspect of another part is the stage. We all know that a stage is accumulation of yoga power, right? That we have gathered, and it works automatically, right? Whatever stage we are in, that stage will do its own work, you know. So for you personally, you know, how do you create a stage?
What happened personally when Baba used to meet personally, one-to-one, and one of the blessings Baba gave, and it was in a history hall. I started journey in the history hall when Bab Dada was meeting. And Baba says, you are on the stage. No, Baba says, do you feel you are on the stage and everybody's watching you? And internally I says, I'm not on the stage. I live with my Lokik, you know. And Baba was afterwards, one after once, like kind of telling step by step. I was thinking like different way. But when I came on to San Francisco, and sometimes what I do, people also copy and they do same thing. And I says, why are you doing this thing? And they say, what you doing, so I'm following you. In the culture-wise, we know you cannot follow the elder people. You have to respect whether they are doing good or not. You cannot do same thing. So then I remember Baba's blessing, that Baba says, do you feel you are on the stage? Because when you are on the stage, it's not rehearsal. You have to play your accurate part. and everyone's vision is on you. So how you are playing your part. And that was my really point, that I started to more introvert my inner self, and I'm checking what is right, what is wrong, and how I know my what is right, what is wrong through my feelings. And when your feelings, and also through your inner consciousness, because your inner conscious exactly will let you know what is right, what is wrong. But when it comes, you know inside, I'm wrong, and still you are pretend, no, I'm right. And so that pretendness I was changing internally. I says, no, I want one life. I don't want two life. So Baba is teaching us truth. Baba wants us to be honest. So how you really playing your part with that honesty in very truthful. Because I don't have to pretend. Because majority times in our Lokik life is more pretending. Because I don't want anybody can see me, I'm wrong, or I'm not good, or I'm not that. So you always wants to look something good thing. But in a spiritual life and in the journey, I notice I want one life so I don't have to think. And what Baba says, I just want to follow so I don't have to think. I just do it and enjoy it, what Baba is giving. So that makes me more like a steady stage, that if I shake, whole family will shake, yeah? Baba says whole world will shake. So I pay more attention internally. Not that type of attention that it become tension or is worried, but naturally. Because when you play your natural part, again, you don't have to think, you don't have to pretend. What you are, that's your feeling. Even you don't say anything, but your vibrations speak something. So that's why just what Baba is saying, allow that. Even also there is no fear of that, what people will think about. In the Lokik life, we was always had that fear, what people is thinking about me. And in spiritual life, even if they think, is their choice, their problem, not my problem, yeah? Because you play your part and you detach about that. So then you don't expect wah, wah, wah. You don't expect thank you, nothing. Just what you are, you are. Yeah, so that natural, your parts, your stage remain natural.
So Didi, you were mentioning that Baba gave you a blessing that to remind you that you have to be on the stage when people are watching you. Now, my question is that our stage is something that is being used, or when we are in a very good stage, a very high stage, that is how we will face situations positively. We will face challenges positively. We will overcome difficulties in a very positive way. Maybe you can share one or two stories or situations where your stage really helped you to face situations.
What happened when I came to Los Angeles, and in the beginning we didn't know that you cannot have a Baba center on a residence area. Because in India or London, every places you have your Baba center. And when we started this Baba center there, and then we thought we should glorify everybody. You are so enthusiastic. You like to tell your neighbors and everybody we have meditation place. And that was the biggest challenge. And then afterwards they sent the message to the city, and city council came and say you don't have to do this, that. So whole street knows we are doing here. And so they were very kind of their anger and their conversations when they do very kind of insulting form. That you are sometimes you feel you are very dirty, sometimes you feel you are so much rejected. So we shared this our conversation to Dadi Janki, and very nicely Dadi Janki says that when you come out from the door, just have your angelic form. And when you come out on the road, just let your angelic vibrations. So nobody can see you, but when they see you, they only see that angelic form. And so couple of times we started to practice. But then one time there was like in a neighbor meeting came because they was annoyed because of the parking. Because when student comes, they park on the street. Even the street is government, but they have a right on that, why they are holding all this parking. So there was a meeting place, and the sister who was living with me, and she was more like, very enthusiastic, but very kind of like, she will not afraid of speaking very blindly, very truthfully to them. She says, you can go. I don't. If I go, I will blow up. You go, I know everything will be quiet. So I just went, and as soon as I went, everybody started to bombarding on me. You do this, you do that. And one of the old mother, she was like staring at me, and I was just remain on my quiet on my stage, remembering Baba and just like sending this vibration to them, not even one single like kind of afraid what they're saying. I feel I'm deaf, nothing I heard about that. But that little mother, she says, sweetie, you have to be bold. You have to be not just remain sweet, you have to fight with them. And she was training me how to fight. I don't think so I have that sanskaras to fight. But she was always protecting. So I felt, Baba, how protect, so make my stage. And this sister knew that I will go there and the situation become quiet. And now it's 26 years, nothing is happening. They are failure. We got victory.
That's how stage works. Huh?
Totally, yeah. No matter what situation, circumstances comes, not affected by anything. Why? Who is supporter? Who is our inner supporter? Baba is our inner supporter. Whose seva you are? Which canopy we have? We have Baba's protections canopy. So always, like, even though we say Baba is not omnipresent, but how you keep, sometimes Baba in the front, sometimes Baba in the side, sometimes Baba is your backbone, sometimes you are another canopy of Baba, sometimes Baba is with you. So this way, how I'll really protect and face the situations. One thing I don't show on my face, because as soon as so, they know your weakness, and then started to push the button. And I just keep Baba in the front. I says, okay, Baba, now is your situation. I'm just there. Whatever way you want to work, you can work. And automatic, I notice how the soul is becoming quieter. They will come back on their original stage of that peace. So it's up to us how we create, what we do, not up to the people. Because we know each one have their own sanskaras. They will play their part. But how I am playing, how I play, what I play, and how I can change it in that atmosphere is up to us. And that's why Baba is focusing two main things. Baba always says, stay on your self-respect. That seat don't give to anybody, because it's your and Baba's seat. And second thing, maintain your stage. Because if your stage is steady, no matter what things happen, you will always be protected. And I always feel so proud who's, our protector is, the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. Why we have to worry about we are children? Yeah, He's our father, mother. He will do it. And I just have to be child, but sensitive child. Sensible child.
It's good. So now we have a few minutes for question from the floor. Anybody has any questions that you want to ask about stage and maturity?
One thing that you have to pay attention, and I'm sure you all are working. Baba says, in defamation and praise, how you remain stable. When people are defaming you, you are not wrong. But when people are defaming you, not quickly influenced by that, Just that moment, pause, check inside. Have I done anything that they are opposing me? And for your inner consciousness will let you know. There are only two answers, yes or no. There is no third answer. And in one answer, let's say it was not your fault. But when you accept that feeling, then unnecessary you are really feeling sad about. That person will be free. Even though it was their fault, but you accepted that feeling. So they will think it's you, and you will looking at them and you thinking, look, they give me hard time and they are such a like living a like happy life. So that's why they are living happy life, because they don't have anything, because you accepted. Second thing, it was your fault. And you're not accepting, it bounced, no, sorry. Second thing is, it was not your fault. And what they are giving you that hard time, but you are not accepting that feeling, it bounced with that person. And afterwards that person will realize and they will come and say sorry. In third case, let's say it was your fault. And with the courage, with that Baba's lawful remembrance, you will tell them, I'm sorry, I will pay attention on that. Then you detach. Why you have to detach? Because sometimes that person is not in mood to accept your apologize or sorry. They might be used 2-3 bitter words. But because you are detached, it doesn't bother you. You will remain in your steady stage, and by seeing your steady stage, they will realize what they did. And why? Just to experiment yourself, when people are very aggressive and they are really bombarding, and if you also do same thing, they become more like violent. But when they are doing, and if you remain stable, if you remain like quiet, inside remembering and sending the peaceful vibrations, they don't do anything. That was my experience in my journey. In the beginning, lots of sorrow taken, but then I realized last 3 years, and I said to myself, I don't deserve punishment. Means sometimes you give sorrow, you're taking sorrow, and sorrow means punishment. So you can also challenge yourself, I don't deserve punishment. So be in that state of your self-respect and maintain your stage. Challenge will come. Baba said until the end. Why are you afraid of? Yeah, we are not weak soul, we are powerful soul. So that practice, what you will do in meditation, that will help you no matter what any types of situation comes, you will not affected by that. Because your intellect with Baba, Baba will guide you how to do it. So instead of asking Baba, check Baba time to time, or says, Baba, guide me how I can do it. And you can see how Baba is guiding you. And that's way, very secret, like channel we have. We have all the information, we have all the solution, just we have to use it.
So you are mentioning that if I keep Baba with me all the time, and I use Baba and make sure that Baba is always with me as my protector, I can develop that maturity and also I can maintain that stage.
Completely, yes.
So that is...
like how Mama was. Yeah, Mama was, so many challenges came. I don't think so any challenges we are passing like that, what they challenge, and how Mama was mature and very stable. Not afraid in the court, not afraid of anything, because she knows whose power, and she says we are following the truth, and the always truth got victory. Yeah, some challenges comes, but that doesn't mean it comes and makes you shake, but it comes and it will goes. Yeah, because sometimes they says goodbye, because we are attached, and we says how will remain without you. let it you say goodbye. You know, this is all the final moment. Many, many things comes. Let it come. Baba is with us.
So Didi, one question. When we are going through this final period of our life, and we all say that yes, we have 100% faith in Baba, but then when certain test paper comes, then of course you said, yes, I have 100% faith in Baba, but, that but comes in.
The
Now,
but is an influence.
Influence
of that situation.
So you need to use that your stage and your maturity to really, really overcome all these things, right?
Yes. Because you are the master and you are the creator of your own beautiful being. So being the master, if I don't use that, who will do it for me? Yes? And that's why don't influence by anyone's nature, sanskaras. Because this is a time everybody is removing, yeah? So I may not take garbage can or dustbin. What they are throwing, I can accept it. I'm a beautiful garden, so just pick up the goodness in each one. Means whatever, sometimes they really, whatever their frustrations, you are the right person and they will, I have one like a soul. And any times like build up, and then it's just volcano. And in that volcano, she cannot tolerate and she herself burst. But I remain like a kind of goddess of coolness. And I know she tried to express her feeling, but she don't know because she built up so much. And I just remain. And then afterwards, she just look at my drashti. And then I notice how slowly she calmed down. So we are the one, how we can really give the cooperation, other soul. They are working, they are trying their best. How you give cooperation to allow them to be themselves how they are. So then I train, whenever trigger comes, that moment you can share with me. And if you share, I will not react or I will not respond, I'll remain quiet. But you have to say. And that's where just you allow those who are specially working with you, allow the space, listens to them, and not judge about anything. So then openly, whatever little thing they will come and share with you. So you really appreciate that they are not building and they are the one who is doing very good service. So that's way how I really allow them to, whatever you feel inside, they sometimes angry, they sometimes reject, they sometimes anything. I don't judge it because I know they're trying their best and we allow them so they can also grow up and they also become mature and they also treat others how they can really help themselves. So everything is learning process. Because we are not perfect yet, but we are going toward that side. So how we can help each other. Because we all are the children of one Father. We only have one Father. We have one goal. We have one language. We have one study. So how we can all together do that. So we can be in our stage and send our vibrations to everywhere.
अपने सुकर्मों के बल पर ही सतयुग में तुमको आना है शिव पिता को अब याद करो ये संगम का स्वर्णिम युग है शिव पिता फिर से आया विकराल विनाश खड़ा आगे।
अब हम सबका शिव पिता ने बतलाया है।
शिव पिता को अब याद करो। पांडव शिव शक्ति सेना की रणभेरी अब फिर बजती है।
शिव बाबा के ज्ञान से फिर माया को मार भगाना है।
शिव पिता को अब याद करो, सतयुग में तुमको आना है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो, मुक्ति धाम तुम्हें जाना है। अपने सुकर्मों के बल पर ही सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है।
धाम में तुम्हें
सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है।
धाम में तुम्हें जाना है।
I'd like to ask the question to you. Do you accept yourself the way you are? Or you think, I wish I'm like that, I wish I'm like that? First thing, ask your beautiful being, do I accept it myself the way I am, what Baba has chosen me? If you have that acceptance, then naturally the love and the respect will come within you. And when you accept it, that's way how you accept others. And when you accept others, naturally love and respect will flow. And that was my experience about. Because in my journey, I had all the strong personalities, souls, I had to play my part, very opposite. But then love for Baba and the love for the self was really helped my journey. Acceptance, then naturally, then I noticed how much that soul was also loving you and respecting you about that. So while we are in this Madhuban, pay attention, only focus on yourself, nothing else. The first lesson again, who am I? And accept the way you are. Why Baba chose me? What was my quality Baba has chosen me? There are maybe, let's say there are 90 weaknesses you feel you have, but at least one quality I have. And what is that one quality? And then you can grow and bring out your divine virtues and divine qualities about that. That was very important in our, because when you are accepting, then nothing will bother you. People reject you, people talk to you, people put you on a position, people give you down, doesn't matter. You feel so loved by yourself because it's started within you. Yeah. Everyone outside, we had one very powerful soul working with us, 99 good quality, but one that weakness, he was always focusing in that one weakness. And that weakness not allowed him to experience all the good. Everyone, including Dadi, Bab Dada, everybody loved that soul. But that soul doesn't feel inside that appreciation. So it was like biggest punishment. So don't give punishment to yourself. Whatever, however, what Baba gave you chose, be that. Don't impress others also, and don't influence by anyone. Play naturally your part. Then you don't have to think. You don't have to think. Possible? Yeah? So how Baba especially think about why Baba chose you. Nobody can play part what you are. So don't look at other. While we are here, use your third eye and go step by step internally. And when you go step by step, many patches there. And it might be hurt you, might be feel, but it's your journey and it's your truth. Who will heal me? Just by that understanding, allowing Baba to work you, just one by one, let it be. Then you have courage. Then you can go more deeper. Many wounds will open. Only you will see that. And with the Baba's your supreme surgeon, with that help, let it go. And then there is a quiet place. You started to really enjoying your being, who exactly you are. We have to go because we are the one who put these patches. Yeah? And now I have to open one by one. Some are very painful, some are very but don't just close it. Let it open, be courageous, hold Baba's hand, go step by step in and allow yourself to be free. That's real freedom. Free from any negative thoughts which you are holding or which you are creating. And that's way how you can really overcome about anything. And second thing, no matter what, don't feel you are alone. Always, Baba has underlined, yeah, we are combined. That was my experience one time when I was coming from India to London. And Baba, I came to Avyak Babdadar meet and take the blessing. And Baba told me that you never feel you are alone, Kumari. You always feel you are Shiv Shakti. You are combined Shiv Shakti. Bap Dada is with you. Wherever you go, Bap Dada is with you. And you don't have to go for service. Service will come to you. And wherever you go, you will get success. So I really underlining this thing because to go from there to India to London, it was still family. But when I came to America, we were very lonely, very isolated. 1 week was going more like crazy internally. But then Avyak Bab Dada's blessings remind me, I'm not alone. Bab Dada combined from Shiv Shakti I am. And that makes me courage. Step by step by step. And now I can go anywhere. People are reject, people are angry, anything, no affecting about. Because internally, that's why Baba says, you go introvert. And in that cage, you can really experiment. And that experiment only you know and Baba will give it. And that's way, with that courage, you will play your part on the stage. You will be not afraid about anything. I'm not the speaker, I'm not like giving lecture. But when I started, I put Baba in the front, now it's your job, not mine. And that's way, courage, step by step experience, and then you will free from any types of fear. Otherwise, fear is ruling you, So that one is very painful. So don't give punishment to yourself. People are giving you, but why are you taking? Yeah? So now, question you had?
Shanti. Didi, can you share some of your experience with Dadi Gulzar? Because I think you have a lot of amazing experience with Dadi. So
Ask me particular questions. So
something
I can
related
answer.
with the topic, maturity.
Mm-hmm.
And also one more, you mentioned just now, there's one sister who told you that why the young one have to listen to the seniors and the seniors don't listen to the young ones. But you were humble enough to say that you allowed that to happen. But what if it's not the same for some of us? Now how do we, how do we stay in that kind of environment
Yes.
where we have these issues?
Always like you can see, wherever your respective place are, Baba gave you particular that place to do service, yeah? Why Baba didn't send me China? Why Baba didn't send me Malaysia? Why Baba sent me in America? Yeah? Because whatever my speciality, I have to use there. Whatever your speciality, you have to use there. And that's why you are respective place. That you have to accept it. I was also thinking, I said there are so many intelligent sisters. Why Baba, this Buddhist sisters send me America? And then I realized that where I am is more a film like city and more like kinds of Maya's land, and I don't have any kind of knowledge about that part, so I'm not influenced about that. Then I realized, yeah, Baba don't wants here intelligent people, because already people are intelligent there. They need simplicity. So I'm simple soul, so they also relate with me very nicely. So that part you can also, why I'm this place. Let's say you are in that place which might be so many conflict around with maybe seniors and you always taking. So when you are taking, it's your fault, not seniors' fault. Yeah? So take it in a positive way, that how I can overcome about that. Because whatever I think, it's come true, don't you think? No? Sometimes when you think the senior is saying this thing, you thinking, because Brahmin thought are very powerful. Whatever thing, it comes true. There was a time I was really needed change. Again, seniors was very kind of powerful. And I says, Baba, it's too much. I cannot tolerate anymore, because we cannot speak out, because we respect the senior. And I says, Baba, I need change. And that moment, Dadi Janki called me. See how the thoughts, and says, okay, you have to go to Turkey. And so I was so happy inside. I'm going. But I don't know where the Turkey, what the people. But I was very happy. At least I have to go there. And when I went there, who the instrument soul was, he's a just contact soul, deaf in both ear. Whatever I say, everything goes negative in their brain. So she was like 3-4 times more powerful. And I says, Baba, I left there, here. But then another Dadi Janki had so much faith. Dadi Janki was telling, the good teacher is one, within a few days that she will flourish the center. Not one single soul I know there. It's a totally different country, different things. But Dadi had such a high thing. And I says, okay, Baba and Dadi are saying, let me just do. And the time came, everything, it was very nice program, everything like kind of thing. And then I says, Baba, send me there, nobody knows me. Then I got chance to go different place. And when I went there, the instrument, one thing has a like 3, 4, 5 more personality of like powerful nature. And then I says, I played my part, and then finally I came, Baba sent me for Los Angeles. And the sister was more like 10 times more powerful one. I was internally says, where I'm going, I'm actually running in my mind. Where I'm going, I'm taking my mind with me. Not I'm keeping my mind at home and I'm going alone. Then I says, Baba, I'm too old now to run. Give me one word that I don't run anymore. And instantly powerful thought came, acceptance. Accept the way the soul is. Then I practice, accept the way the soul is. And then no any conflict, and that soul so many times now calling me, asking my guidance, asking me my things. And I was, thank you Baba from my heart so much. The word acceptance have a very powerful feeling about. So when you accept yourself, first thing, no matter what senior says, you would liking, don't like it, but your powerful pure thoughts will reach them, and Baba will allow them to speak that thing through their mind, through that speech to you. Because first thing, we have to be prepare the land. So work on that. but not with a hard thing. What Baba is saying, with loving way. Love as much as you can yourself. Your virtues, your talent, your speciality, what Baba really showing you. That's you can think about that and let you can send their like goodness. You can thinking about their goodness and see how the instrument can change also. And that's what I experienced. What I was running, and that instrument becomes like my good friend. And every time when they call 3, 4, 5 times, the sister who lives with me, they run away. Say every time they call you, why they call you? But they don't know how much I work and I really help them. So you know how you can have that mutual understanding, and then they have faith, they respect you. And then they started, because we all, ultimately we all wants to glorify Baba. But Baba will glorify itself, but Baba put all of us into that place that work your sanskaras. You cannot change anybody, but you can change yourself. And changing means just from human sanskaras to deity sanskaras. We know what I like and what I don't like. So what you like means I like peace, I like love, I like happiness. So allow them to be with you. And what you don't like, that's not belong to you. So then when it comes, don't respond. If you don't respond, it will not come to you. Yeah? So that was, and what I learned from Dadi Gulzar is the equal vision. Whoever goes to her, like how Bab Dada had the equal vision for all the children. They don't see, oh, this is this, this is this. No, every Baba has an equal vision. Same thing, Dadi Gulzar also have an equal visions for every soul. That's what I picked up, and that's why I love my Brahmin family. Wherever you go, everyone have a, like, same fragrance of that soul consciousness. And so that was my beautiful journey. So we all had done many good karma. End of this birth, we belongs to Baba. So make your journey magical. And you are the master and you are the creator. You have that key. How to use the key? My Baba. Yeah? And then you can see. Don't respond, which is you are not that. Don't pretend also, which you are not that. Then you don't have to worry about. So allow your being, the truth, let it be naturally. That's why don't forget easy Raja Yoga. There are so many people in the world, they are teaching Raja Yoga, but nobody's teaching easy Raja Yoga. And that's what we are. Okay. That is how like Baba's 3 words, Brahma Baba, 3 words, incorporeal, egoless and viceless. Dadi Gulzar's last, what I experienced, last moment I was with Dadi, 1 month. And when the COVID started, that time when we asked Dadi, what practice we do? And Dadi says, first thing Dadi says, ashariri, bodiless stage. And second times when he asked same question, Dadi says soul consciousness. And third time when I asked, Dadi says, go beyond. So these 3 words you can see very depth, and that's apply in our practical life. Which is not belongs to you, which will give you, you feel it's very challenging, go beyond. Don't face it. When you face it, you don't have power, you face it, you will hurt. So go beyond about that part. So while you are here, practice, and you are very lucky, very silent here. Not that many crowd and not that many people. So I just feel it's very blessed. Enjoy every second of this year. And just remain silent, remain by yourself. Don't all the time in the group and have a conversation, but enjoy. There are so many beautiful places in Gyan Sarovar also. Just go have that solitude, be in that Baba's company, and heal yourself before you leave this place. Yeah, because many area we damage ourself by why. So now just says fly, 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 and accept it. Yes. So enjoy your this beautiful journey, and while you go, do some magical. As soon as you land on your respective service place, so all the vibrations can, and you can also uplift that country. Yeah. So we are incognito Pandav, Shiv Shakti Pandav army. And army means ever ready. And our weapon is yoga power. So constant have this and enjoy your spiritual journey. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, Gita Ben, for sharing your wisdom and your experience, and definitely it will take us more deeper in our maturity. And thank you, Murli Bhai, for asking those questions, and thank you to each and everyone. So now we're going to have a 1 minute silence so we can experience what we heard. Thank you so much.
In this moment of awareness, beyond the tentacles of time, silence filling up my essence, conscious of you.